The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation. Viewers are invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
And we heard like a lady screaming. And of course there was nobody around.
Tell me you saw that. You can sense what others can't.
Lana was in the back in the office, and all of a sudden only my phone turned on, like the intercom turned on, and all you could hear was just static. And I was waiting for I guess her voice to come on there, but it didn't. I looked at the other phones and those weren't on except just mine, and all of a sudden it just turned off by itself, but all I heard was the static. Another thing, the iPod, it always, sometimes you'll turn it on and it'll turn off by itself. You'll turn it on again and it'll turn back off again, and then you'll change the station and then it starts playing. But you know, I don't know. And these last couple of days, it'll be on, it'll turn off, and then it'll come back on by itself now. And I mean, even if there's something that's wrong with the iPod, then I guess, you know, it probably wouldn't turn on at all. And we heard like a lady screaming, and of course there was nobody around. And we all just looked at each other but kept on going. And the day that I told Lana about that scream, she even said, was it like this? And where they just went, ah, because that's what the scream sounded like. And then I was just like, yeah. And I just let it go that day. And the other day I asked her, how did you know how they screamed? You know, I thought that was kind of weird too. So then she's just like, I don't know. But that's exactly how she did it. That's the way they screamed that day.
All right, we're going to start with, we'll let Mr. Cherokee ask questions. You can open your eyes. Lana, you can put your fingers on it. Let's put our fingers on the indicator. And what you have to do, let me put one hand, see how that goes. I cannot tell you what it will do or not do. So, we wait until, we'll ask a question and wait for it to move on its own. Please do not try to move the indicator by yourself. Let it have a flow to it. All right, Mr. Cherokee, if you will ask a question.
Hello, is there anyone there? Is there more than one person there? How many spirits or people are present?
Nine. It was wanting to slide, so I don't know. It says it's in between the 8 and the 9.
8 would be, Andy says 7, and then others than him,
Would
so
that follow
that'd be
them?
8.
Okay. Okay. Next question.
Are we talking to Andy right now? Can you tell us your name?
Oh. S. C or D. Can you please show us which letter? C or D? O-S-C? Or does it? A.
Oscar.
Is your name Oscar? Oscar, are you alone?
No.
Do you know Andy? Is Andy your friend?
Next question.
Oscar, do you know anyone who works here?
Stay on yes.
Ask him who he knows. Who do you know, Oscar?
Go down the names, one person at a time.
Is it Lana?
Next name. I say your name. Say his name.
Jay.
Next name.
Drew.
Drew.
Next name.
Sierra.
Sierra.
Next name.
Tim.
Is it Tim?
Next name.
Shay.
Next name.
Alexis.
Next.
Chesney.
Next.
Linda.
Yes.
Cherokee.
For Linda.
That's for Cherokee.
It said no for Cherokee.
No for
it
me
said
and yes
yes
to Linda.
to her.
Yeah, and did it say yes for me and Jay?
Well, no, I think it was, if it was paused on a yes still.
Did you say you know Lana? Okay, did you say you know Jay?
It's staying on a yes, so that's yes.
Can you tell us how you know us?
No.
Do you know us just by being here?
Yes.
Oscar, do you live here? Do you just visit sometimes? Do other people visit besides you?
If it's paused on a yes, it's yes. And just for your information, I'm not pushing it. Next question. Let's ask Linda some questions. Does it want to speak to Linda? She doesn't want to do it. Okay.
Are you here to protect us? Do you want to bring us any harm?
It's paused on the no, so no.
Are you one of the teenagers?
Saying no.
Do you know any teenagers that come here? Do they ever move things or make noises?
Since it's paused on the yes, yes.
Are the teenagers the ones that locks the spa door?
I'll take that as a yes.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. And just for everyone right here, when you have to ask a question, or if you have to think of questions, every question will go out of your mind before you're ready. So,
Is there a lot of traffic that comes through this building, Oscar?
pause on the yes. So yes.
Was this property where this house now stands a place of significance to the Native Americans that lived here before the settlers came?
Staying paused on the yes.
Do you like the energy here?
Staying paused on the yes.
Do you know any of the Native Americans? Are they still here?
Okay, that's a two-layer
Right.
question.
Are
Ask the
any
first one.
are any of the Native Americans still here?
Or the Native American energies. Yeah.
Yes.
It's paused, so yes. Makes it a lot easier when it just pauses. Next question. He has a question. Ask a question. Ask. Of course, he's not on board yet, but he's going. But you're asking, so it'll go through her energy. Ask.
Okay. Do you have any relationship with any of my family?
Pausing on the yes.
Oscar?
Hmm?
Do you know an Oscar?
I said my family.
His family.
You know an Oscar.
Oh God!
Who is
So
Oscar?
is my grandfather.
What? Repeat this. Repeat this.
Her dad, my grandfather, and she knew an Oscar.
Knew an Oscar.
Can you spell out your last name for me, Oscar?
Well, I will tell you with a lot of spirits, if it's been a long time, they're lucky to remember their first name. So just be patient.
Will you spell out your last
I'll just
name?
say,
Ask another question.
yeah. Do you know David E. Blaylock?
Let's see now. The thing is, if he hangs around, and David Blaylock's been in the house or been around, then he would. It wouldn't specifically mean he was around him physically as a living person. So.
All right, go.
So that would you'd have to go. Was he around a living person around David Blaylock?
Okay. Have you done business with David E. Blaylock?
It's not moving.
It's not lit up either.
Hmm?
It's not lit up.
It's not lit up either. Take your fingers off for just a second. Put them back on. Okay, there we go. All right.
Oscar, do you remember how you died?
Excuse me. Pausing on the yes.
Did you shoot yourself?
How did he go?
He committed suicide, shot himself in the heart.
Okay, so yes.
So you're Oscar Camp, aren't you? Yes, you are. Well, you'll make things fun around here, that's for sure.
Are you in good health, Oscar? Okay. When people die from suicides and things like that, a lot of times they hold on to their tragedies. I don't feel like he's held on to his tragedy.
Good.
It was more chemical problems and stuff like that. Emotional, chemical.
Both.
Both. Says he wants. I heard someone say wants a beer. Do you want a beer? Yes. And there's movement around the thing, so yeah. So there's a lot of yes sitting here.
Oscar, how long have you been here?
Did you just come for us calling? It's sitting. So I think you just came because we're calling. We're giving you opportunity.
Can you talk to him?
I can talk to him.
Or can I talk to him?
Well, you can ask questions. If I hear it, I'll tell.
No, I just want him to know that I'm glad he's here.
He's here. Well, are you glad to be here, Oscar? What? Where'd he go? One of these them. Happy.
Oh.
Because you hear it's the names. I pulled it off. I was going, where are we going? It's saying happy.
Okay, good.
He's freaking out.
I'm just not.
This is a real close friend of mine.
Okay. And you didn't remember there was an Oscar, huh?
Well, I was thinking of my grandfather had a brother, Oscar, but I dreamed about him just the other night.
Okay, so he's around.
I've dreamed about him several times.
Let's see if we can do it. Let's restart the center here, Oscar.
Could I have kept you from doing that if I hadn't come to visit you, Oscar?
No.
Okay. Just felt guilty about that.
Should she feel guilty about that? It's pausing on no, so no.
Do you ever hang out with my daddy?
When he's not busy.
Mm-hmm. He always liked him.
Mm.
Does anybody want to ask a question?
Have a question?
Oscar, do you see Lana's father often?
This is paused on yes.
Mm-hmm. And you have people up there with you?
It's pausing on yes, so yes.
This is Daddy. Is my daddy with you now?
Pausing on the yes.
Oh, God.
If you need to switch, we can switch someone and let you take a break to get your questions together.
Daddy, are you here now? Can you talk to me now?
Pausing on the yes. What let's do, let's put it back to the center. Okay. Take a moment. Alright. When you're ready, restart.
We're going to talk to Daddy?
Well, you called him there to the board. You want to do that separately? You want to do that later?
Yeah, let's tell him.
Let's tell him that you want to talk later.
Daddy, do you want to talk when it's just me and Mark by ourselves? Will that be better?
It has to change over from person to person.
Daddy, do you want to talk just me and Mark with you? Or,
He has a confusion. So when he died, sometimes when people, their spirit comes back to communicate, they reconnect with what they were functioning at when they passed. And I'm hearing him say confused. So what did he die from?
cancer. He had it in his brain, and he was
very confused.
Very confused at the end.
Yeah. So he'll be a little slower than average in talking, because he's still going through the thing of thinking he's talking to you as he's alive. He's not understanding that he's alive. He's just not physical.
If you do the private
Yes.
reading with me, will you do it with the paper?
I can do it with the paper if you
or
wish.
whatever. I mean,
I'll do it. I'll sit and do it with the crystal. That'll do it quicker and easier and more direct.
I want Daddy to tell you things.
Sure, he can tell me things. So we'll wait and do that later.
Okay, Daddy, I'm gonna wait. Okay, so you won't be confused. And talk with you. Is Oscar still there? Still there, Oscar?
Yes, it's switched back over. I think he may have stepped back because he thought he wasn't going to have to talk anymore.
Little Oscar?
Mm-hmm.